Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing, man? It's the Red Dog Stream. Happy New Year, happy 2011. Back with the TV review, with my review of my TV there. So, here's my review. This guy's gonna blow you out. So, here's my review for SmackDown 2011. Here you go. Do you know the enemy? Do you know the enemy? Do you know the enemy? The enemy body. Searching people in the lives. And the first is sacrifice. First is sacrifice. In your eyes. So, the night started off on SmackDown with Kane versus Edge. This match was actually good. You can see that they took it all the way backstage. You know, this is the part where things got more epic, so Edge tried to slam Kane into the confession stand, which was quite good. And then Kane tried to throw Edge down the stairs. Unfortunately, he countered. Well, he just watched the stairs, see how that happens. And then he tries to throw him down the stairs. Edge, nailed the most surprising counter, which nails him the boot, and this was actually very good. So Edge escaped, and that was the most best surprising escape that we ever saw before, and I was quite impressed with it. This actually blew me away. Edge and Kane pull off this match. This was actually pay-per-view serving right there. This is the way to kick off the pay-per-view. Creative team just really kick stuff up, man. It really got it kicked in. You know, people have been saying that Michael Hayes is asleep. It turned out he was. One of the most, did a lousy job as doing storylines and booking matches, but I really like they put more effort. It's mostly the superstars that really put a lot of effort to it. You know, this is something I would do. I will go beyond than what they expect. So that's how I really serve it. No matter how tiring it could be or how uncomfortable it could be, just really get out of my discomfort, to say the least. So back from commercial, Kane nails a surprising upper hand on Edge after nailing the boot, but he gets back up. Then, after getting taken out of the ring, Kane just took a brutal attack. They make him more human now, or more mortal, and in which Edge just nails his nastiest counter. I was really impressed with that. This is actually surprisingly good, and this Last Man Standing match just really rocked house. And this usually Last Man Standings were cliche. And usually Kane was trying to nail a tombstone, then Edge, Kane bumbled and then got him Edge knocked out Kane, but Edge pulled off the best match for Kane. This match was actually quite very good. I was quite impressed with this match. This match really has put in a lot of effort into it. Like I said, but Kane gets knocked out live. They made it more believable that Kane would not get up. But, they made him more mortal, and it's weird how he pulled off a Last Man Standing match. And then the next second, Edge gets chokeslammed through the announce table. But I like how Edge sold it. He sold it more than John Cena. And I think with John Cena, usually all the faces win all the Last Stand matches. And it's quite frankly more predictable, to say the least. Because, I don't know any heels except Triple H. I don't know if Triple H did win the Last Man Standing match. I gotta see that against Shawn Michaels. It's probably a tie. Both were probably knocked out at that time. But the best part is Edge used Matt Striker to get up. Edge surprisingly used Matt Striker to help him get back up. It was just surprisingly weird. But I don't know if Matt Striker would turn heel and attack Edge. We never know if that's going to happen, or if that was to happen. But, Edge used Matt Striker, and he got up and fumbled. He actually sold it very well. He sold it way better than John Cena. It's really been disgusting how John Cena sold it. Hearing it from people and actually seeing the match myself. They just, I'm not going to give up. And it's just over cliche. It's just weird how he's selling it to the kids. Don't blame the kids. Blame how WWE's been selling it to them. If I was part of that creative team, I would have tried to sell it to everyone, even the kids. So, Kane tried to use a weapon. Kane tries to get off the turnbuckle, but the crazy part was he actually throws a chair in the skull. I don't know if the skull, looks like it was it wasn't in the skull, and he didn't really chair shot him to the head. He swept it off with his arm, and it hit the side of his head, but he actually King sold Glenn Jacobs sold the pain very well and actually looked quite epic. The surprising part is he attacks him in the, I don't know if it was in the knee, but he does it right there where he actually hits him with the knee. Edge was just demonical right there. And this is like, unfortunately he couldn't get up. So this is like this replay of John Cena and Batista. But you know, those who think last man standing matches are boring, yes, I'm going to say to you, John Cena and Batista with the duct tape was actually funny. And that was more memorable. Batista, again, that's the most memorable moment of Extreme Rules, when John Cena taped Batista with duct tape. Batista was so pissed off. Like, his character Batista was so pissed off that he got taped and John Cena won by duct tape. The only fact he lost was because of duct tape. But I don't know how Batista can't escape from duct tape. It was just really embarrassing. I really felt sorry for Batista. Duct tape, really? Duct tape? But yeah, Edge retains. I was hoping Kane wins the title back by Elimination Chamber. Then we can have this Undertaker Kane feud if that was to happen for the world title. But you know, I think they could still have the match, but I really want the title to be in there if that was to happen to make it more memorable, and that way Undertaker can, you know, really get back at him, to say the least. So yes, this is my thoughts on the match. This match actually went quite well. It was very impressive, I have to say. So unfortunately, yeah, you know, this was actually better last man standing match because, you know, he used a chair to knock out Kane. He didn't use duct tape or any equipment like that to make him look stupid. I mean, at least Kane, you know, came out strong. Even though, yeah, Kane was very strong. He was very good as a mid-card, put him in mid-card title. So, moving on after that match, we had the Kofi Kingston versus Ziggler match. Surprisingly, you know, Ziggler pulls an upset win. So, the weird thing about this match is Kofi Kingston wins by a crossbody. And you know, sorry to spoil it earlier, but you guys probably saw it. And it's like, alright, how can Vicky, you know, I mean, how can Dolph Ziggler lose the title? It's like, what's next for him? Is he going to try and get a rematch and get it back? But that wasn't the case, so you know, Dolph Ziggler actually did look good against Kofi Kingston. They pulled off some good matches. But, you know, Dolph Ziggler, you know, can get a little bit sloppy. But, you know, for those who don't know, he was a former member of the Spirit Squad. I have to look it up. His real name was Nick Nemeth. So, you know, he was Nick Nemeth of the Spirit Squad, and he actually looked stronger without the Spirit Squad. I mean, because it was 4 years ago. Actually, now it's 5 years ago. So he came out 2 years after the Spirit Squad, and they actually tried to repackage his character to Dolph Ziggler. You know, the only person, if Kenny Dykstra did come back, he would have been the only recognized member of the Spirit Squad, which he was, because the Spirit Squad ended that recent time. He was the only one still around. I mean, with Dolph Ziggler, you know, the Spirit Squad has been long forgotten. Well, some people still remember them because, you know, Nexus, and there's like, people say Nexus are like Spirit Squad. So, you know, Dolph Ziggler actually did look surprisingly good. And, look at, you know, Dolph Ziggler actually, in Kofi Kingston actually pulled off a good match. And I didn't really see them go at it again. I mean, it's like a replay of it. You know, the booking did look lousy there, but they want to try and continue that feud, but make Kofi look like a job, unfortunately. So, apparently, you know, after Dolph Ziggler's suplex, throws him off, and Kofi Kingston just pulled off this unbelievable upset, you know, which led him to the win. Vicky gets so frustrated and infuriated because, like, how can it end like that? And, you know, Vicky was just so steamed. But luckily enough, Vicky was on the mic, and after Dolph Ziggler's result, Vicky just immediately gets on the mic and she yells, "Excuse me," and then she tries to revoke the rematch, and she says it right there. You know, it's just so funny. So, Dolph Ziggler pulls a rematch now, and, you know, Dolph Ziggler had, like, a huge upper hand, and then, surprisingly, after this huge beatdown, Kofi Kingston somehow just, gets back up. Like, how can he, like, get back up? That was a terrible sell. You know, Kofi somehow revives energy. I mean, you know, that's just very weird. And then he lost again, and it's like, the quick title defense continues. Vicky gets so frustrated. So, you know, a little bit after that, straight to the segment, we had, you know, Dolph Ziggler blames Vicky. How was that a boneheaded move? I mean, they had a huge upper hand, so I really was on Vicky's side saying he's a two-time loser, and then Vicky says he needs a new boyfriend, and then Vicky screams like a nutcase. How ridiculous is that? I mean, Vicky just totally, like, you know, right there, she just freaked the freak out right there. But to be honest, that was actually music to my ears. Because this is like when Edge filed for divorce on Vicky Guerrero. and she just screamed to freak out. But you know, this is like Maria, except Maria just cried and she was just in tears. Vicky just went nuts and just screamed, unfortunately. So, yeah, after that, we had the SmackDown rebound. Indeed, we did. The Raw rebound. But after that, you know, Wade Barrett gets dumped. So, moving on after that, we have a segment. People have been saying this is like the middle finger to Tiffany. So, I came by to talk about this right now. Unfortunately, this is not the middle finger to Tiffany. I think this is a storyline originally for Tiffany. I've been hearing stuff. But everybody knows Drew McIntyre is married to Tiffany, so there's like no secrets behind that. But everybody knows it's an official story angle. And they're trying to turn Drew face. I don't see Drew really becoming face. I think Big Show's going to come and help Kelly. Drew McIntyre's going to say she used her and stuff like that. And, you know, Drew McIntyre's going to stay heel. So I don't really see him turning face. So, luckily enough, you know, the best part about Vicky, the best part about Vicky is, you know, Vicky just used some effort to win Dolph Ziggler's heart back. And, you know, that's the best part of Vicky. I mean, Maria was just a very boring character, and, you know, she was always a face all the way, but her character just has been, has been boring. So Vicky has been more interesting, you know. She actually, like, put more effort to winning Dolph Ziggler's heart, and that was the best part I liked about it. Like, she always, like, her character always has a lot of effort, you know? And, she like, really likes, I like how she carries herself as a girlfriend, even though they purposely make her look unattractive. It wasn't like she had long hair, and she was just completely beautiful when she was married to Edge. You know, this is like, it's like, she's like been, it's ironic seeing her how she is now and how she was before. You know, they try to make her look though vicious cougar, cutting her hair short and stuff like that. You know, this is just how I view it from perspectively. But yeah, so Dolph Ziggler, you know, getting 2 matches in a row. Vicky tries to win her heart. This is just epic. But you know, if this this is a good match. Big Show just really was dominating most of the match so far. You know, it was good how Big Show was on the offense a lot, because, you know, he's a giant. He can take down 3 guys. So they make it very perspective that, you know, he would dominate the match like he did. So I think this match was a very good upper hand. I'm thinking one of the 3 was going to win. I was hoping Dolph Ziggler was going to be #1 contender. I mistakenly tweet, do you think Dolph Ziggler will be World Heavyweight Champion? No, that wasn't the case. I meant to say, would he become #1 contender? One of them agreed, and, you know, that's how I got the tweet. So, apparently, this match was very good upper hand. You know, of course Big Show dominated the match. I didn't really see him really, like, winning the match, apparently. So, but unfortunately, Big Show pulled off this phenomenal, gets completely driven through. 3 guys just dominated that match. And then eventually it was down to Drew McIntyre, Ziggler, Cody Rhodes, dashing Cody Rhodes. 3 heels actually fighting each other, which was, I like how they sold the match. So this was just very good. Ziggler gets back up. And then, you know, tries to fight, and then Drew McIntyre's back. So it was them 3 like really sold the match. Great, Big Show's back in it. And eventually soon we get Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett's on SmackDown. He's like, it's ridiculous. I thought, like, why aren't Punk and Barrett co-leaders? It's like, it's ridiculous. And then Barrett just jumps to SmackDown, pretend like none of this happened. So they're trying to start this feud with the Undertaker, because Barrett was really, like, has been dominating Undertaker, to say the least. And you know, McIntyre gets back up, so they try to do like 3 finishing moves. Big Show, Future Shock, and then after we had the zigzag, and Dolph Ziggler actually sold the zigzag better. Like, how can he pull a giant down? Like, really? He actually, like, he took a giant down on his own. I mean, when he was a Spirit Squad, I mean, there were 5 guys, so they could actually lift him, and it took group effort, so it was better. But Dolph Ziggler cannot take him down on his own. Drew McIntyre tries to nail his Future Shock. He gets choked out. But the thing is I didn't like about it, they made Cody Rhodes look completely ridiculous. It's like double Big Show, and then, oh my god, he pulls a ridiculous upset. Dolph Ziggler should just head out the ring. Cody Rhodes turn around to attack Big Show, and then Dolph Ziggler pulls his cheap shot on him. So hopefully Cody Rhodes and Ziggler pulls off a future feud, or Cody Rhodes costs him the match, and then Cody Rhodes can turn face then. This would be great. So Wade Barrett and Big Show pulls off this feud, and Dolph Ziggler wins. I was so excited, because now actually Vicky redeemed her actions for what he did towards Dolph Ziggler, and that was very good. They didn't do it Eric Escobar. Vicky actually dumped Eric Escobar and said, you know who I am, Vicky Guerrero, we are over. Man, she wasn't going nowhere, Eric Escobar. I mean, Eric Escobar got no heat. It was all Vicky Guerrero mostly dominating all the heat and stuff. And it's just, this is charity heat, to say the least. It's like charity heat because Eddie Guerrero died and stuff. So they're trying to keep her around for the most part. But you know, what else would she be doing? They're trying to probably keep the mansion and stuff and get benefits and stuff. So after the promo of Ezekiel Jackson coming to SmackDown, we get a match I don't really care about. I mean, now Lay Cool is now not really a big deal now because now they don't have the titles. All they have the Slammy Awards. It's like, what are they going to do with Slammy Awards anyway? Like, really? But, you know, it's all politics. They're trying to keep Lay Cool around because they've been the only active heels on SmackDown so far. But and then they face Smelly Kelly again. I'm calling her Smelly Kelly because I think it's funny. Smelly Kelly. Yeah. Anyway, you know, it's ridiculous. They're trying to rebirth that feud. Kelly cannot fight Lay Cool on her own. Now they're fighting Michelle McCool now. They actually were former friends, former tag teams. Layla Kelly are still friends in real life despite their heel turn. Because I saw them at a Super Bowl. They were both out of character. And it's obvious Lay Cool are just in character and stuff. And they're probably like, even though they're just like goofing around and stuff, it's like, really, this is just all character. It's like over too much character. But Michelle McCool can really, you know, really fight. They just do the stuff on purpose, just like DX does. It's all like really carried out very well. But yeah, I didn't really care about this match because it's just the same people. It's obvious Kelly was fighting Lay Cool. I mean, what other opponent would she fight? Rosa Mendes and beat her in 2 minutes? It's like, when are they gonna have Rosa Mendes stop turning jobbing to people? When they're gonna train her and have her like compete in matches and be a contender? It's like, she's been jobbing heel and face now. And they're going to job to Layla. Well, I thought Layla Rosa Mendes could pull off a better match. And they're going to have Kelly make her look this athletic. Wow, this is just... So, you know, it's a 2-minute match. And then Kelly's been pull off an epic Hurricane Rana. And Layla, you know, mostly gets involved. And then, you know, Kelly's carrying all this momentum. Just nailed the K2. Like, why does she have to, like, focus on Layla so much? And then... this is where she gets off guard and she captures him, nails a faith breaker. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's time for Lay Cool to turn face or go to Raw or like have Layla turn face or whatever. Everybody's been making this big gag about Lay Cool splitting it up, and I don't really see it happening. Like, really, I really don't see them splitting up in reality. Like, I can't see that happening anytime soon. They've been the best heels on SmackDown so far, and Alicia Fox and Maurice has been jobbing. Now Maurice is just with DiBiase right now. It's like, what the heck? It's like, unless they refresh the roster or something, refresh the Diva roster so we can see some new people, just like they did last year. The Diva roster was actually better. Lay Cool's been in the best storyline where they did Piggy James. You know, yeah, it's a disgraceful storyline, calling her fat and stuff, but they actually got the best heat so far. That was their only heat. But now they've been overdoing Lay Cool, and it's just enough. And yeah, they tried to nail with the Russian leg sweep. And like, what the heck is this all about? They tried to nail her the finishing move, the Russian leg sweep. That's what they did. They scare off Drew McIntyre. So I guess this was just Drew McIntyre's feud to turn him face. Drew McIntyre's not turning face yet. Big Show's his BFF. Why are they gonna have him disappear from Kelly like that? They break him up so quietly. That's just the most dysfunctional storyline. Yeah, by draft or whatever. But yeah, who's Lay Cool's alliance? Just them two? I mean, they gotta have a mixed tag team matchup. Maybe, yeah, they'll probably have Lay Cool team with Cody Rhodes, because Layla and Cody Rhodes have been dating in real life from what I've been hearing. Even Layla tweeted that herself, BFF Cody Rhodes. You know, you never know. So, Drew McIntyre just scared him off. So, it's like, Drew McIntyre turning face. I wish I was Tiffany and the Entourage crew, but yeah, that wasn't the case. For the most part. But yeah, Tiffany, who's been cut, and they're saying this is the middle finger to Tiffany. No, they're trying to put someone else in there. Tiffany's actually friends with Kelly, so yeah, Tiffany's probably just really down to earth with the storyline. You never know. She could be down to earth, she could be like whatever, as long as they don't kiss or do anything like that or have secret affairs. But yeah, I don't really see that happening. So yeah. So after Alberto Del Rio pulls off a promo, and after an intro from the Spanish ring announcer, we got Alberto Del Rio pulling a promo after beating R-Truth from Raw, in which he did. And, you know, I think Alberto Del Rio really has potential to winning the Royal Rumble. Hopefully he does. If he does, Alberto Del Rio will be celebrating. But the thing I don't get is, why does a personal ring announcer interfering in matches? if he's a personal ring announcer. Like, this is what I don't get. So, yeah, after his promo, the match began. Alberto Del Rio pulls off a good upper hand, actually really sells himself. He's been wrestling for nearly, I think, 15 years. Probably since he was a teenager. You know, Mexican wrestlers always wrestle at 15. You know, stereotypically. Yeah. But, for the most part, Alberto Del Rio pulling off a good upper hand so far. Dominating Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio tries to turn the match down. But yeah, Alberto Del Rio gets the crucifix arm locked in. And then Rey Mysterio suddenly really pulls off the surprising upper hand, which led Rey Mysterio to the to a win right there. And then unfortunately he taps out for the most part. Yeah, we see the tap out. So yeah, Alberto Del Rio has the lead. And then Rey Mysterio eventually turns the tables. This match was actually very good. Pull off like a 10-minute show. So this match was actually very good. I mean, for the most part, Rey Mysterio, you know, has been really, Alberto Del Rio has put off the best feuds. But, you know, if the feud was to end, for the least of it, so if that feud is to end, then what's next for Alberto Del Rio? Maybe he could go to Raw and feud with R-Truth. If they probably did a possible trade for him to go to Raw and have the feud with R-Truth, I think that would be a good feud. But, you know, not an obvious opponent, but Alberto Del Rio probably could pull off a good feud with Kofi Kingston for the Intercontinental Champion. They would have been the best mid-card. So yeah, after Rey Mysterio's upset pin win, and that move was very good. He slammed him face first. You know, how can anyone get up from that? So yeah, after the second match, this was the most surprising match. I kept saying, what the heck? I disturbed my stepdad so much. He was like, why are you making so much noise? Oh man, that was just hilarious. But yeah, I was just very surprising. So almost got the mask removed. But yeah, we already know what he looks like in a mask. I can even picture it. Oscar Gutierrez. I didn't know he's Oscar Gutierrez. I thought it was Rey Mysterio. Yeah, Rey Mysterio, Oscar Gutierrez pulls off a huge diving headbutt. But why does he have the thing now? He changed his hairstyle probably to get hair on the back of his head. Maybe that's the reason. Because he used to have his belt. Oh, and yeah, this match was actually very good. And I was like really into. I mean, Alberto Del Rio, Rey Mysterio has been trading blows and stuff like that. But yeah, so this match was actually very good. Good pay-per-view caliber. Very surprising that Rey Mysterio actually did pull off good. But here's the part where really gets to us. Sorry if I didn't cut to the chase, but yeah, Rey Mysterio actually dives off, and then he catches the personal ring announcer and the wrestler. Why is the personal ring announcer getting involved in the match? Like I said before, why is he getting involved in those matches? It's like, he's supposed to be a ring announcer, not a manager. Just make him a freaking manager already if this is to happen. Alberto Del Rio get him a manager, maybe Foran, his waitress, or whoever. It's like, why is his ring announcer getting involved in matches? We don't see Lillian Garcia getting involved in matches, Justin Roberts, or Jamie Keys, or even the guest ring announcers like Tori Wilson, or yeah, well, maybe Charmel. But yeah, this is the part that gets me. Like, how can the referee not see that? It's so ridiculous. It really embarrasses the referee so much. I was actually like, what the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Oh my god. And they say, here's your winner, Alberto Del Rio. And here's the part that gets to him. After that, he celebrates. Alberto Del Rio leaves to celebrate. He runs to get the ring announcer. The ring announcer just gets chased around throughout the arena. So, yeah, this is the part that gets to him. But yeah, after Alberto Del Rio, or the personal ring announcer, walks out, he gets attacked. Because you can see him, like, Rey Mysterio was still around. He was still looking at him. He was probably just on his guard, watching him all the way right there. And then that's where the attack gets to him. And then he just kicks him. And then eventually just nails the 619 on him. But yeah, I don't know if this is the last time we see the personal ring announcer. I'm hoping he gets kicked in the skull by Randy Orton if that feud was to happen. Because Alberto Del Rio probably been wrestling for years. So they're going to immediately push him to main event status, to say the least. So Rey Mysterio gets frustrated with Del Rio's personal ring announcer. He decides to kick him and then 619 him and then nail the body slam of him. So I don't know how that feud will end out. But the feud probably may continue then. I don't see the feud ending anytime soon, really. So we'll see if Del Rio gets small payback or whatnot. So hopefully the ring announcer recovers from that. He's probably a strong guy, so the ring announcer. So We don't know if he'll be in the ring anytime soon, but yeah, the guy ring announcer with that ridiculous hairstyle, I'm glad he's probably going to be gone. But yeah, this is actually a Rock House New Year of 2011. So let's see if they get this stuff fixed. This is just very surprising right there, because they actually did serve very well. It looks the slimy one, probably from late. Cool! But yeah, anyway, yeah, so this is actually the best SmackDown of the night. Very good, actually appreciate that. That match is a 9 out of 10. Last Man Standing match was actually 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, so give it an 8.5 out of 10. Actually, 9 out of 10. The Triple Threat match was actually 8 stars out of 10. 8 stars out of 10. Actually, the match played off fairly well. Yeah, actually, Big Show did some good moves, but yeah, they actually dominated the match. But his moves weren't as limited. It was kind of limited. I wouldn't say they were completely limited, but some of the stuff did look a little too limited. And Wade Barrett getting involved, building up a feud between him and Big Show may be great. So Wade Barrett moving on to go to SmackDown and feud with Big Show would be surprisingly epic. What else? Divas match like cool, and Kelly 4 stars out of 10. This match was just ridiculous. It was just, we all know what's gonna happen. Kelly's been jobbing like cool just to build up with Drew McIntyre, Kelly. Like Kelly's been a jobber for far too long. It's time for her to start going to Raw. SmackDown was just a bad move. I think they need like better superstars. Alicia Fox needs to go to SmackDown. Maxine or Son, if they were to get a contact, they need to go to SmackDown. It's time for to get some new heels on SmackDown. And like Cool may go to Raw, but it's time for them to get refreshed. Like, this flawless stuff is getting old. I still like the catchphrase, but it's getting old and it's like overrun its course. It's like rotting out. So, and 2 out of 3 falls was actually 9 out of 10. That was the best match of the night. Tied with Last Man Standing, but this match was kind of better. I mean, it built up some heat, but the personal ring announcer thing was just ridiculous. Why is he getting involved in matches? It's so stupid. But yeah, this is my night. I mean, this is my SmackDown review. It's the Red Dog Extreme, and I'm taking you to the extreme.